Peace, 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 peace. Okay. Is this thing on? Yeah. Peace, peace, peace. Greetings. I decided I'd share today from being outside. It was absolutely gorgeous. I wanted to share maybe not my review, but my lesson from Is God Is. And so there's no spoilers because I'm not going to review the movie. But as I shared in the last video, as it has always done, Black creativity has lessons to save everybody. Uh, And when we save ourselves, and we are allowed to do that, everyone else is allowed to rise as well. It takes a lot of energy to hold somebody down. So releasing people, excuse me, to let them grow, leave space for the people who are doing the uh, oppressing to grow as well. So again, is that is the amazing play turned into movie by Alicia Harris. And I know there have been reviews, and it's not that they're not invalid; they are very valid. um, where people have spoken to the places where they felt triggered or where they felt like, well, I've been through this and it was difficult. They didn't say don't go see it. They just said it was difficult. And I had a sister friend of mine saying, uh, not that she wouldn't see it, but her, I guess, trepidation or hesitation about it because, in her words, I heard you need to go get therapy after you see that. Um, which I think speaks to the strength of the work. But the biggest lessons for me and Is God is the fact that you are always receiving. You always know. There's always the opportunity to make a different choice. And your ancestors, your shrines, your guardian angels, your intuition, whatever, however it is that you name it, give you a chance to come to that understanding. Let's see how this camera is looking a little fuzzy, but it's also raining out here, so maybe that's what it is. Let me see. A little bit. Um, you're always given a chance to make a choice that may benefit you in another way. The One of the lessons, um, maybe the main lesson that I received from that movie was intergenerational transmission. So there is a song by Makita Kemet and Egun Omode, uh, where she sang it, and it's intergenerational transmission. Well, what you teaching? We're gonna pass it up, pass it down. We're passing culture all around. Now, Makita, if I mess that up, please forgive me. But the um the importance of intergenerational transmission in that movie is that there are opportunities for positive intergenerational transmission and examples of very negative intergenerational transmission. And the the power of one person or a few people to pass on really unhealthy patterns, to drop those into a family and for them to be continually repeated because they feel normal, exist. And then the opportunity for positive change and excavating blessings from what could be continued trauma is also present. So, my thought and what I wanted to share today is that if you are noticing that you are stuck in continual patterns and you feel stuck, some of the things that you've learned that feel very comfortable are likely not helping you. And I would challenge and encourage you to try something different. If you don't like the song, the rhythm, that's consistently happening, the patterns that you're continuing to see, to look inward because you have an amazing amount of power, an amazing amount of power, and to change your routine. You change the rhythm. I come out here and walk trying to remember how long I've been doing this, but I know that there are some things that I shifted in COVID because I needed space to take care of my mental health. Walking is one of those things. Yoga is one of the things. I mentioned this in the video of medicine, what medicine has helped me, and those are two of those things. But there are things that we do out of comfort, out of familiarity, that we are so powerful we can make change. So here's a couple examples. You're tired of your weight being a certain way, not that you're overweight, not that you're not sexy, and I don't care about that. I care about that your body is functioning in its most optimal way, that you're not pained, that your joints don't hurt, um, that you are moving from a place of health and not inflammation. And so there are places where we shoot ourselves in the foot because there are foods that we eat when we're comfortable. There are routines that we slide into that help to ease whatever pain or anxiety we're feeling. And that one change of reaching for something different to eat when you're feeling anxious or nothing, deciding to take a walk, deciding to write in your journal, deciding to listen to some music, deciding to call a friend, all the different things are actually naturally anti-inflammatory. Singing a song at the top of your lungs and dancing around in your house, whatever you have to do, those small changes consistently make a big difference. And uh, the goal is for balance and health. So that's the thing with food. And when it comes to um, emotionally, we are connected all the way through. So our emotional health, our physical health, our mental health, our spiritual health are all connected, and a change in one place affects change in other places. So when you change it, it takes 21 days to establish a habit. I would encourage you to make a change today for 21 days. And I don't mean beat yourself up if you miss a day. I don't mean we got to grind every day. Like, I mean, find a change that you can make, that you can introduce into your life with some sort of ease, and make a shift, and continually moving forward in that shift, and then upping your, moving up your time or choices as you grow in strength. Um, Changes are great. Changes that are made with immediately going from walking on flat land to um, climbing Mount Everest are not helpful. So, kakra kakra, pole pole, slowly slowly, little by little, uh, is what I encourage you to do. When it comes to emotional things, not calling the person who you know is going to get you riled up as you vent. Calling someone who will pull you into accountability and autonomy. Because even if something is happening to you, even if you are not the one that has perpetuated it, there are places where we have allowed things because we don't trust ourselves or our own power, or we're scared to make a change. So to start talking to people who will encourage you into being a better you, so that the things that are uh, holding you down can't affix themselves to you anymore, because you are consistently moving forward, because you know your value, because you are moving forward into what works better for you. And sometimes the venting and the restating of what is painful and what hurts, it's necessary for a little bit. It's like spitting the poison out. But after a while, it's just training us to stay in those places. So looking for someone who can say, okay, we've done we've felt the loss, we've felt the grief, we've felt the anger, we felt the sadness. Now, what can we anticipate? What work can we do to move toward something good and better? What little steps, still, small, small, little, can we make to move forward? Um, and shifting our physical changes, dietary and just movement, shift our emotional changes, affect our mental health. And not to say that there are so many good resources for mental health there, good counseling, good therapists, good all those things, and you should certainly use those. And those shifts are supported by physical and emotional changes. It allows them to continue. And then the last one is, which is still, they all connect. Uh, is spiritually, what is the first thing that you do in the morning? Do you get up and get quiet? Do you get up and immediately pick up your phone? Um, do you get up and journal? Do you get up and just sit still? Sometimes just throwing your legs off the side of the bed and breathing in and out and being still. Opening a window, letting the light in, making small shifts for your spiritual routine can allow a greater shift in power. And so that was, tying that all back. These are things that I know every day, and some days it's easier to be like, nope, I'm gonna just I'm gonna eat this cookie. I'm gonna lay here in this bed. I'm gonna turn over and turn this phone on. When you get to the point that you realize the greatest power in your world is you. Yes, you have ancestors, the universe, the creator, angels, and all of them can work when you say, okay, I'm ready to move. I can move, I can work. So when I saw Is God Is, and I was looking at the destruction that was brought forward because the little choices of saying, I don't want to do this, or let me do something different, um, did not happen. It's something to see. And it's something to have laid out like that in movie form. Our art imitates our life. And if we're not careful of the art we consume, our life will imitate the art. But in this instance, I was grateful to see that we always have a choice, and the greatest power that you have is your choice. So choose wisely, choose kindly, be loving to yourself, and make a choice that's good for you. Make a choice for yourself, like you're giving a gift to someone you truly love, because you do truly love yourself. And if you're struggling with that, make these choices until that love multiplies. So, yeah, give to yourself in the way that you would give to the person outside of you that you love the most. Whoever it is that you think of when you say, I really love, this is the epitome of love for me. If it is not you, the goal is to make it you. But if right now it is not you, find that person that you, and even if it is you, find that person that you love immensely outside of you and give to yourself what you would give to that person in any of those situations. Okay? All right. I'm going home. I finished my walk. Have a wonderful day. This is Reverend Okomfo, Walimu Yogi, Sister Mama Adia, saying make your choices and choose wisely. All right? Peace.